Yo, what's up, fellas? Goldson back with a weight loss Wednesday, and today we're going to go through and show you everything that I ate in the week, what I done, my mindset changes, my weight, all that kind of stuff. We're going to dive straight into it today, boys. All right, straight up. While we're doing this introduction, I just want to make it clear that I'm doing this to show that, like making better small choices, like over a long time period, like can reduce like chronic illness, in your body, metabolic disease, fancy words for dying, which will lead to hopefully a better overall lifestyle and really make us feel human again. No shit. Because like a lot of people might feel sick, fat, sick, nearly dead. They got diabetes, they got eye problems, they got all these fucking ailments, man. And I'm no picture of health myself. I'm on this journey along with hopefully you guys as well. Like you might be a picture of health when you look into the mirror, but if you're eating shit and you're eating more shit and then you're compensating for that by overworking or like exercising and stuff like that. Like I watched this guy on YouTube, like beard meets food. You got the UK guy with the beard. Like he's small fella, but he's built like a brick shit house because he works out like to burn all the calories he eats. And like he eats so many calories and he eats so much shit food, but like he works out like a fair bit to compensate for all those calories and stuff. So like in his internals will be getting thrashed, obviously. He's always saying he's constantly shitting himself and all this kind of stuff. And just like his metabolic health is probably like really down, like probably not good, but it's not optimal, right? Like, but if he like ate like satiating food, he wouldn't eat as much as he does in his videos. But anyway, like that's kind of what I'm saying is like it's an illusion, like you see all these influencers, ASMR and all these cunts eating fucking noodles and shit, fuck it. Like why are you watching that? You just if you are watching that kind of content, like people eating shit and like you're just force feeding your feedback loop saying this is okay because you're doing it yourself. Like that's why people watch it. They're eating something, they're lonely and they just keep going down and down and down mentally and towards the devil. The devil's got a smile. And it's just making you sick, nearly dead, man. But like, what I'm trying to do is to get away from that and like go towards like God and like just try and eat more non-processed foods because everything that's processed isn't what God intended. God intended us to eat from the land and like eat the animals, eat the wild. I just eat everything. But like optimally, I believe animal products are the best way forward. And you might not agree with that. You might think, oh, carbs is all right here and there, have some vegetables. I don't know. Yeah, you're probably right. But like I'm talking percentages. Like I'm talking like 85% meat, animal products, 15%, yeah, you can do whatever you like. But like as long as the majority of the food you put into your body is like really healthy, you're gonna stay into this sickness and potentially lead to early death. But let's have a look at the goal review. Like I put a goal out every week, sort of what I'm going to do. You can see here new goals at the bottom, but we review last week's episode because every week we do a web episode, and it's kind of like a documentary series. Like I can look back at this when I'm older and say, look at the shit I used to do, man. Like fuck me. But we'll go into the goal review. So I said 100% keto. We didn't go 100%. Because we had some stuff, and we'll go through what I ate, and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. It wasn't, in my mind, I don't think it was that bad, like in the grand scheme of things. So like over the whole week, I think it's quite innocent. And like going back to what I said about percentages, I swear, like if 85% of what you eat in a week is like nutritional, and then the other 15% is like kind of like shit. But if you know what 85% of a week is, it's 6 days. So you can eat 6 days relatively healthy, like meat products, steak, eggs, all this kind of stuff here for 6 days. And then you can really just have the last day and have a treat if you want. Because just know, like the treat for the human being is junk food and that highly processed food because we like, cream cakes, like hot dogs, all that shit, like pies, sausage roll, all the junk food, man. We love it. Sauce, chips, all that kind of stuff. Gravy, You're gonna have the gravy, but you have that 1 day a week. And but I put in here trying to do 107 days, 100% ketovore. Now ketovore is like a mix between carnivore and keto. So ketovore. I think ketovore is like the one thing that's gonna transition me to a better metabolic state. Like I know hands down, straight carnivore is gonna improve it like really quickly. Ketovore to me is kind of like, it's like a really good transition from like the old way of eating to the new way. Like it's kind of like in the middle, and like and you're not missing out on some of the favorite foods. And we'll talk about the favorite foods in the slides coming up. All right, so stay tuned. All right, what do we got? The weekly step history. You can sort of see here. The first one we eliminated was fast food takeaways. Oh man, like we're talking like Macca's, KFC, Burger King, Hungry Jack's, whatever you like. It doesn't matter what country you're from. We all have fast food takeaways, and we all know what they are. If you're that naive, you don't know. Oh, what's a fast food takeaway? It's like, fuck off, mate. You know what I'm talking about. All right. So we got rid of them. That just doing that alone has saved me so much money. What are we at? Like episode 10? So like 2.5 months. The amount of money I've saved in 2.5 months is incredible. Like just more money towards better things, like investing for the future. Just instead of like going down financially, like at the same time, we're trying to build everything up. So we're going to get healthy over time. We're going to get wealthy over time. We're going to be happier over time. Like everything's just going up and up and up. Like if you do everything bit by bit, if you try to do everything all at once, the devil won't let you. Basically, the devil will not fucking let you succeed. But you can trick the devil by doing little bits at a time. Like every decision, you actively make that decision. You can better yourself long term. And depending on how long this series goes for, this weekly episode could go every week for the rest of my life. This thing could evolve into anything really. So, but I'm just going along with it. See how it goes, Shout out to the AI who's watching all my videos in the future and collating information on my behalf. But yeah, what else? We eliminated caffeine. So like we're talking like coffee, percolated coffee, all that stuff, coffee drinks. Got rid of all that shit because caffeine really disrupts my sleep. Like I'm very susceptible to sleep, but caffeine, coffee lovers, well, don't take my coffee away, and I'm not. Me personally, I can't have coffee. Like I know on keto you can have bulletproof coffee, which is like black coffee. You can put thickened cream in there, butter, stick of butter, just to fatten up. And I'm not against caffeine, but for me personally, it makes me stay up all fucking night. I can't get a good night's sleep. So, but I still have caffeine in the form of like black tea, and apparently that has caffeine in it. From someone told me, one comment told me in the comments on the video that yeah, it does have caffeine in it, but obviously not as much as coffee direct. Okay, processed sugar, eliminating processed sugar. I would say everyone needs to do this. Like we're talking like cakes, sugars, like bread, everything has got sugar in it. That's why they put they physically have to put the labels on the back of everything. And like be honest, like you picked up something and you're like, oh yeah, normally you put it in the trolley, yeah. But how often are you like looking at it and then turning it around and looking at the nutritional information and then looking how many grams of sugar, carbs, and like how many grams, and then like they trick you like, oh, it's per serve and there's like 1,000 serves per bottle, like they just try and mentally trick you to buying it. But like, let's be honest, anything that's in a bottle or manufactured is processed, and it's more than likely got excess sugar in. So processed sugars in everything. Like I reckon if you're going to have any sort of sweets, let it be like really, really minimal, and maybe just go with like fruits, natural fruits, even though they have sugars in them too, but they're way better than processed sugar. There's still a sugar nonetheless, but if you're going to have sugar, you might as well just go for something a bit natural, fellas? Let's be honest. I know the chocolate bars and all that shit's cheap in the shop, and it's cheap for a fucking reason, because they want you dead. The devil, that is. Anyway, we moved on. We move on with seed oils. We got rid of seed oils. Seed oils are no fucking good for you. No fucking good. We're talking vegetable oil, canola oil, sunflower oil, peanut oil, all that shit. All that shit. It's no good for your body, 100%. Oh, my back's still hurting from the other day, man. I tell you what, doing that Uber trip, lifting those bags with no handle and incorrectly, man, it fucked me. Oh, but I'll recover. I'm sure of it. All right. So then when we cut out carbs, so that we're talking like pasta, rice, fucking bread, like wraps. Well, we slowly got rid of all the carbohydrates, because carbohydrates is a complex form of sugar, right? Because when you eat carbs, it breaks down into glucose, which is sugar. Anything with os on it is sugar based. Glucose, lactose, sucrose. All this shit. It's all sugar. It's just different types of sugar. It all spikes insulin. Anything sweet spikes your insulin. Trust me. So we're working on ketovore, and we've been on this step for a while, and we're just going to stay on this step for a while, because I think we're having a win. So we slowly, like if it takes another month to fully get rid of the habit of eating all this shit, then that's what we're going to do. Because we're not going cold turkey, boys. We're doing it bit by bit, slowly eliminate. I try to tell my dad to give up the beers, but like my dad's like been drinking his whole life. And I said to him, look, I know you got to get rid of the beers, and like he knows it as well. But because he drinks so many beers a day and then a week, like he probably goes through 2 or 3 cartons a week of grog, right? I said to him, count how many beers you have in a day. Like have a whiteboard, and every time you have a beer, just, like put a tick next to the day, and then at the end of the week, count how many beers you drank. So it's like, say it's like 40 beers or whatever, 48 beers, 2 cartons or whatever. So 48 beers. I say then next week, try and do 2 less beers, So if you drink 2 less beers every week, it's not a big shock, especially if you're counting on a whiteboard. Like you go, oh, well, I've had my quota of how many beers a week, right? So and then the next week have 2 less beers. You're still drinking beers, but like you're slowly decreasing the amount of beers you have each week. And if you do that, and it might go from 2 beers to 1 beer, and then eventually, like in 6 months, 9 months, a year, you're barely drinking, and you probably feel nothing. You probably feel the exact same. So then it'll be way easier just to go, well, fuck it, I'll just kick the habit altogether, Especially if you're true to oneself and you go, oh man, I can't give it up, and then you just slowly change little things over time, and eventually you'll see results. And then you'll be like, oh, I could do it, But yeah, so looking at this here. We're based on ketovore now, but like we're still doing 8-hour eating window. Oops, sorry. The 8-hour eating window is kind of like more fasting. Like we're going to be fasting for 16 hours a day. Because like ketovore doesn't make you hungry anymore, like carbs and sugar does. Like you're not hungry anymore. Like I'm at that stage now where I'm not really hungry anymore, but I'm still got that habit of like, oh, I could eat, yeah. I could have something, but like really, I'm not hungry. I'm thirsty. I'm more thirsty than anything, and I'm drinking water. See, I've got this fucking bottle, and I just drink water all the time. To be honest, I should have a glass on the table and just drink out of a glass, because it's a bit harder to have a drink of water, especially when the water bottle is quite large. But if there's a small cup there full of water, and I can quickly go and drink that, it's a bit more easier to drink water. But we want, like most of the time, I'm just thirsty, but I think it's hunger because of my decades of habits, but my body's just wants water, really. And like don't get mistaken between hunger and thirst. That's a big one, because if you think you're hungry, but really you're probably just thirsty, and that's the problem I'm getting through now. Our sleep cycle, we're definitely on track on this. There are things out there to like track your sleep and shit, but I just do it by myself. I look at the clock and go, oh, it's 8 o'clock, it's bedtime, it's sort of 9 o'clock, sleep, wake up 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock's good, man. Like it's 8 hours a day. You get up, you get the full day, you get more sunlight than night, which is, in my opinion, if you look at the channel, like I'm all for the yin yang. You're like opposite, like day and night. Like if night is bad and then daylight is good, then getting more daylight is better. Like you hear that saying of people stay up all night, and it just fucks with your rhythm. And night shifters know what I'm talking about. I was a night shifter. We're not as productive during night. We're more productive during the daylight. That's just following our body. Like our human heritage, I guess. We're all keeping at night time. We're not nocturnal. So getting a sleep cycle is better. Like I said here, 6 healthy days a week, 6 healthy days a week. Remember, it's 85% and then 15% naughty. So if you have 6 healthy days and then 1 naughty day to start off with, that's absolutely fine. And I'm kind of having naughty days too. So I'll show you when we come up and eventually try and get into carnivore maybe. We'll see. But I definitely want to go carnivore because it's going to save a lot more money and be more effective. All right, so what did I eat? So Wednesday, we got, Wednesday's always a good day. Got carbonated water, we got salt here, we got avocado, bacon, we got ribeye steak, medium, if you can see by the picture. We got garlic prawns here. We got scrambled eggs with onion and tomato. Might not be ketovore, but I think it's okay. The next day, Thursday, I cooked myself, what do you got here? Scrambled eggs, so basically the same thing, but I put it in the Nando's sauce. If you like Nando's, you like a bit of spice. I love spice, man. I won't lie. I like tangy spice. I like hot spice. I like I'm full sweating at the table, spicy. I had that. So that was breakfast. And then after work, my missus cooked up a bunch of shit. She cooked me a steak, and then this is corned beef with onion. Like, it's a popular dish in the Philippines. And yeah, I like corned beef because she normally has it corned beef and rice. But she just cooked corned beef and onion and that. It's very easy to make, and it's better than the alternative, eh? And this one here is a chicken adobo. So this was actually chicken bone drumsticks, but she took all the chicken off the bone for us because she's awesome like that. So shout out to my missus if you're ever watching this in the future. Know that I love you and I appreciate everything you do for me. I really do. All right, so Friday, what do we got here? Oh yeah, the missus put together another feed, same as Wednesday. So, the same meal. This is a good staple. Might be a bit expensive, but this is a really nutritional meal, man. Like, look what we got here. We got avocados, bacon, garlic prawns, ribeye steak, scrambled eggs, onion, tomato, man, and salt. You can't get any better than that, I don't reckon. That's highly nutritious. If you compare this meal to going down to the fucking Macca's and paying $20 for a meal, you get fucking, 3/4 of a large chips, you get a drink that's fucking watered down with fucking ice in it, and a fucking anemic shitty ass burger that doesn't look anything like the pictures, and you pay so much money for it. You eat it and then you're hungry 3 hours later, and then you just wasted money. You just put the wrong shit into your body, but you're doing it because you're just emotionally hungry, addicted to junk food. So you got to get off this shit, boys. And if you're just watching this for the first time, go back to the start of the series and watch from episode 1 up until now, and then continue the journey with me. All right, guys? Oh, and gals, I guess. But most of my audience are guys, let's be honest. What do we got here? Saturday was my cheat day, I guess. But it wasn't. I put X's on here, but we had air fried chicken wings, but we had the sugar spicy Frank's Red Hot sauce on top of it. So it was nice, but it's got a little bit of sugar in it, so probably not so good. I put a green tick on Tabasco. Tabasco has always been a good one for me. Another one is Worcestershire sauce, but I know Worcestershire sauce has sugar in it as well. But out of all the condiments, I only recommend Tabasco and the Worcestershire sauce. The one with the orange lid and the orange label. That's the OG one in my opinion. But here we got pizza, and this pizza's, you're probably like, oh, where's the fucking cheese? There's no pizza. And you'd be right, the cheese is the fucking base. So the base of this pizza is basically keto base. This is like a keto. If I got rid of the pineapple and the tomato sauce, this is 100% keto pizza, 100%. So just so you know, this base is just egg and cheese and almond flour. That's it. That's all it is. It's like a reverse pizza, but it's really good. Got jalapenos in here, diced bacon, anchovies. Yeah, beautiful. I'll eat the whole thing. My missus made one for me and one for herself, and you'll see why in the next slide. Because the next slide, she couldn't eat it all. So the next day on Sunday, I had her leftover pizzas. What a little sweetheart my missus is. So she gave me, and we put pineapple on it. So that's the only sweet thing I ate, all of that and the chicken, I guess, for the whole week, which is kind of more towards my mindset at the moment. Like I know like having the pineapple there is not keto, but man, I love pineapple. And like if you're gonna have, like I said, if you're gonna have some fruit, sweet, you might as well have something like real, like a pineapple. But it's not that bad. But you can see here, it looks like a bit of a dog's breakfast. But this, I'll tell you, not this is not. So this here, this is both the same meal. One is just cut up and one's for presentation. So you got meatballs here. So these meatballs are from Costco. They're not 100%. They got like a percentage of rice flour in them to keep them all, like, I don't know. So these balls, even though I've ticked them green, they still got bits of rice flour in it. So a bit of a misconstrued there, but we ate them nonetheless. We'll probably buy them not as regularly. But here, look at this. See, this is beef stroganoff, and we bought chuck steak from Costco, man. It's the cheapest cut going, and it's the beautifulest if you like know how to cook it properly. And like my missus, she cooked mushrooms, cream, and like sort of seared the chuck steak, and then like boiled it or slow cooked it in the pot, and all the fat come out, and it was just like really high fatty. And like I loved it. Like I only really needed to eat one of these, but it was so delicious. I had two. But like I'll let you know, I ate the second one and I was still full from the first one. But it was so nice. I ate 2 servings of it. So probably why I didn't lose as much weight this week, because I'm sort of eating a bit more. I'm still getting like that calories. So I'm technically in a calorie deficit according to my weight loss, but maybe we just need to cut out the quantities much. I think that's wise. All right, so come Monday we're back on the horse, and we got everything here on our usual, but no avocado this time around, but everything else nice. Pretty much the staple. But like after a while, you do get sick of eating the same thing, and I try to mix it up. I kind of want to have like butterfish fillet, with lemon on top. Or anyway, yesterday, I bought one of those Boerewors South African sausages, like the giant ones, and I cooked that whole thing up, boy. Cooked it up, and then I bloody air fried it. Like I fried it on the pan, and then chopped it up, and then put it in the air fryer, and fucking nuked it in the air fryer, and like I kept all the fat. And I just had it with salt. This beautiful sausage, probably the best tasting sausage in the world, in my opinion. But yeah, like I said, it's not pure 100% beef. It's probably got a bit of filler in there. So like a bit of rice flour or whatever they put in there. It's definitely carbs, sort of binding agent. But that's in most sausages these days now. Some sausages go crazy, like 60% meat, 40%. But if you can get up to like 90% or 85% meat, I think you're right, eh? But yeah, that was basically what I ate. And then, like, as you know, every Wednesday I wake up, I have a wee in the toilet, obviously, and then I grab my phone, turn the light on, jump on the scales, and I weigh. So like I'm just in my jocks, I've got my phone, and I just film the scales. This is how I get my weekly update. You can see here we're at 140.3. Yeah, 140.3. So we lost 400 grams over the whole week, which is better than gaining 400 grams, because we're supposed to lose on average half a kilo a week, and we're pretty close to that. So if we can lose half a kilo a week from now, in 2 years' time, we're going to be like 90 fucking kilos, man, which will be unreal. But I'm pretty sure I'm going to get better, and I'm going to start doing more exercises and shit, and going to the gym or trying to work out a bit more as we get healthier. All right, so long-term goals. So yeah, like I said, I want to lose 50 kilos over 24 months. Just to put a number and a date on it. I kind of want to lose weight and increase my metabolic health, build core strength, increase muscles, and at the same time increase my testosterone, get better sleep. I'm getting better sleep. But these other points here, long-term goals for me is like basically the rest of your fucking life. Everyone wants to be fit and healthy, but like because we tend to take the easier option, like with everything. Like that's just human nature. The easy option is to not cook for yourself, don't exercise, whatever's cheapest, and that's why this the real pandemic in the world is obesity in the Western world, man. Like, look at Canada, look at the stats on America, Australia, UK. Like, we're all the Western world's just getting big and big, man. I'm telling you now. Like India don't have as much of all that shit. And look at this, they're trim, slim. How you going? It's just the Western countries, man. Because we got so much convenience and accessibility, and we've got free spare money to buy all this shit. So yeah, progression. We'll go straight into it. So you can see here the blue line here is the weight every week. So we're at week 10. The black line is the current trajectory. The red line is my expected projected weight loss. So we should have been down here. So looking at this, we'll hit 130 on week 28, which is like 6 months. 6 months of this journey, we should be hit 130, which is my goal. My goal, if you ever catch me recording without my camera in the game and I log into my account, my guild message says, get to 130 kilograms, eliminate sugar, carbs, and seed oils from your diet. So that'll be hopefully next year's goal. We'll get to 130, and then, another 25 weeks from there, we'll hit 120 kilos, hopefully. Obviously quicker would be better, but as long as our trajectory is going down and not going up, because if we keep eating shit and, doing all my usual habits, my weight's going to be going up to 150, 160. And that's how people get big. They just keep going up. And over time, they don't realize how big they're getting until they hit like 400 pounds. And they're like, shit, I need to do something here. And then depending on how ingrained they are and how much, it makes it, as you gain more and more weight, it makes it harder and harder. Unless someone tells you, like a doctor, someone says, if you don't lose weight, you're dead in 6 months. That's like the only way to really motivate you. And that's a reactive approach. It's better to be proactive, kind of like what I'm trying to take now, and trying to lose weight now so you don't fucking die early. Because we're all going to die, let's be honest. But don't you want to live as long as you can and healthy as you can? Go with God, you know what I'm saying? So eventually we're going to get down to 100 kilos. And if I reckon if I get down to 100 kilos, man, I'm going to be earning more money because I'll be able to do my old job again, which is high paying and well sought after. But and I'll be able to pass the medical, no worries. I've got the brains on me for my job. I know what I'm doing. I'm not a dickhead. I'm just a bit of a dickhead thinking that I can do my job in my current state, and God, Lord knows that I bloody let myself go over the years, man, and now I'm after redemption, I want to say, fuck you, devil, I'm going to get rid of your shit, I'm going to go with God, and I'm going to do the fucking right thing by my body, my mind, and my audience too. There's no point, because I see all these content creators, they all talk about, what's good for them, what they're doing and stuff, but they don't really want to give back to anyone at all. That's what I've seen. It's all about them. But I'm oh, this is my journey. This is what I'm doing. Maybe you should do it too, because I know there's people out there that probably don't want to hear it. That's probably why they don't click on it. Because my viewership for my gold making videos is high, but my weight loss videos, no one gives a shit. Why? It's because they're not ready for the truth. All right, new goals. So we're going to stay on ketovore, and I put a little thing down the bottom here. I said I put in a little tick. Pineapple's okay. All right, pineapple's okay. Don't worry about it. Because there's a high chance we're going to have pizza again this week. I don't know. We'll see. But I reckon we'll continue on the same as last week, and just be a bit more mindful. Yeah, we're definitely going to go to the beach on Sunday, because I got to get rid of this thing on my hand, man. It's look, the fucking it's a fungus. I'm going to get some tea tree oil and clean this up. I've got to get some sunlight, some salt water. I got to do something, man. Being cooped up in the house, moisture and shit, not enough airflow. I'm just turning into a fungus, man, I'm telling you what. Yeah. So in conclusion, where are we? In conclusion, I hope you're all keeping well. If you are like me, playing copious amounts of games, and we're predominantly sedentary lifestyle, we don't actively exercise, lift weights and shit like that. We're predominantly watching TV on our bed, on the couch, on the computer. We drive everywhere, stuff like that. We really, really need to think about Like, think about it, we're independent now. If we keep not doing the right thing, you're going to get bigger and bigger, and then you're going to have to be more dependent on others around you. And like, you just don't want to be a burden on anyone, you know, to yourself more importantly. But man, like really, really consider what I'm saying to you. And I'm not trying to fucking convince you that like what I'm saying is like, you know, like the best thing that you should do. Like, this is just what I'm doing, and this is like what I'm thinking. I'm like 36 years old. I'm still working it out. But hopefully you can sort of see from my example. And who knows, if you're watching this from the future, like years from now, 2 years from now, and you're watching this, and you might go, oh, fuck, he's come a long way. Oh, shit, no, actually, he's gone even worse than today, which I hope that isn't the case. And I hope everyone out there can keep me accountable for my videos and stuff like that. Yeah, and hopefully you can better yourself as well. And if you got any comments, let me know in the bottom in the bottom section. And then, yeah, we'll see you next time, guys. And what I say, Turu, take it easy, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.